it, dude.
Autobots raise their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers. The Transformers. More than meets the
Hell
eye.
yeah.
The Transformers.
What's going
Hell
on,
yeah.
man?
What's going on, dude?
Gotta love the Transformers, man. I love that intro, by the way.
It's classic. You can't go wrong with it.
Welcome, everybody, to Comics Underground Live. I'm Peter Orchard, and I'm joined with my host, my fellow host, Jake.
Co-host.
What's up, man? Co-host, that's right. Dude, my brain doesn't fucking work this time of day.
It's been a long day, dude. It's Wednesday. We're all trying to get there.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I don't know. Should I do it? I don't know. I could really use some sleep, but no,
Yeah.
I promised Transformers, and by God, we're going to look at some Transformers.
That's how we do it.
Last week we mentioned this, and so I wanted to kind of take a look at it. The reason for the season of the Transformers is... Wait, hold on. Okay, here we go. Over on Kickstarter, and I don't have the link, but I'll try and put it in the description after the show. We got... It looks like the campaign is like what Kickstarter would be considering in demand. I don't know what they call it, but it's basically successfully funded. Currently at $4,625,150 for the Transformers Compendium set. It's the original Transformers US and the Transformers UK comic book series together in two distinctive hardcover collection sets.
Hell yeah.
Whew. Yeah, dude. And this is like all the best comic book Transformers stuff. All right.
Did you ever read the Transformer comics?
I have read the couple of them. Just like here and there, you hear a story about like, oh, this and that. The
most
rebooted it, revamped. Oh no, Am I getting?
No, you're good. You're back.
Okay. So I read the one where they.
Because I haven't read any of them. Sadly, I only did the cartoons and the movies. And that is not something that, bodes well with somebody that is a diehard Transformers fan. When it came out, it was in 1987 when it came out, or 1984, and it ended in 1987. So I was born in June 1987, so I only got the reruns. I did not grow up on this thing. I was Ninja Turtles all the way, but I had my respect for Transformers because it led to Beast Wars. And that was my show. There I'm you back. Are.
Thank you for holding the fort down, dude.
No,
everything was like...
That's why I'm here.
What's up, Universe? What's up, nerds? Dude, it has been quite the day. And as evident 5 seconds ago, getting booted out. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh no, nothing, dude. I was just filling time. I was just saying that I was born in 87, so it came out in 84, so it was before me. I came in right when Ninja Turtles hit the cartoon lot on what was it, Fox Kids at that point?
Shit, dude, I don't remember because I had like channel 3, 6, and 10 back then.
I don't know
and then Fox was like channel 30.
Saturday morning cartoons. That was my area of expertise. Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. Transformers.
So yeah, I remember growing up and Transformers and G.I. Joe and what were the other ones? They would come on. Oh, He-Man, all those shows, right?
Thundercats, all that.
Yeah, Thundercats, hell yeah. All of those came on. I do remember those being on TV, but they were not something I was into back then because I was a little kid. Dude. I was born in 1984, so all that stuff my older brother was into. And Stanley, if he joins us tonight, he can talk more on that. But we got reruns, and I did watch it growing up. I was very familiar with Transformers.
Okay.
But like you said, I was into Ninja Turtles. I was into Power Rangers, X-Men, Batman, Spider-Man, all
Yep.
those classic early 90s, all that stuff. But yeah, I do like the Transformers, and I have grown to like them more as of late. Ever since that, what was it, dude? I don't remember what it was. Something got me to like check out the Transformers, and then
I
eventually
respect
that led me.
Transformers because it led into what I actually watched, which was Beast Wars. That
Yeah,
first
and I didn't
full
watch Beast
CGI
Wars.
show that was real cheesy and kind of, I don't know, lanky. But yeah, Beast Wars was my shit. But Transformers, the
I
compendium
didn't watch
set,
Beast Wars.
the compendium
remember-
set for Transformers, I might actually dive in.
Okay, check it out. Now I want to dive in real quick. I'm going to say our Luniverse series is it me? Did the Superman from the recent trailer seem somehow more immature than Batman versus Superman when it comes to interviews? Yeah, the interview scene. Well, we can take a look at that here in a little bit. That new trailer for Superman, because that was interesting.
New trailer, man.
I'm
I'm on the Superman wagon at this point.
we're talking about that on your show tomorrow, right?
We'll be talking about
that-
that. We'll be talking about the Marvel cringe, the age of cringe with Marvel, and other stuff.
Yeah. We can check it out a little bit tonight, but yeah, for a more extensive discussion, we're going to be over on Jake's channel. That's Bionic Bro. Is that the name of the channel, or is it Tail End Studios?
BRUH.
Yep. Awesome. Because I've got some things to say about that trailer. We also got. I was way into Ninja Turtles more. Hold on. I was way into Ninja Turtles more. Thanks, Transformers. They're cool, but I even prefer GI Joe. I like the GI Joe comic books a lot. The original, like the 1980s run. Those comics are freaking awesome. The TV show was cool. I like the TV show, and I like the Transformers too. They're fun to watch. Eventually, I got into the Transformers that knew the IDW one, and that one was actually pretty good. Like Optimus Prime, ends up beating Megatron with he rips his arm off. His arm's falling off. He rips it off and starts beating Megatron to death with it. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. And the toys were always badass. I would always steal my older brother's toys and then try to return them if I could.
Right.
If I could remember where I put them.
Let's see.
But yeah, so we got this compendium. Stanley said he'll be here in just a bit.
Link is now in the chat.
There we go. That's what we're looking at right here. This Transformer compendium. The one thing I had to say about this is it's very expensive. I didn't see, and it makes sense because it's a compendium. Anywhere you go, you buy anything like this, it's going to be expensive. Over $100.
How much is it?
Okay, the retailer tier backer kit 50% off. All right, that is $50.
Okay.
Why is my notification thing on my phone so freaking loud? Oh, Ben Soto says he can't make it.
Lame.
Yeah, maybe next time. All right.
Lame.
Volume down. Here we go. The retailer tier is $50. Access to the retailer tier, exclusive discount shipping and backer kit after the campaign ends. Must have Lunar account in good standing.
Wow.
Access to retailers only. I don't know what that is, though. What's in the retailer? The Elita 1, Transformers US and UK Compendiums, Volume 1 and 2, digital PDFs. Now, this blows my mind. Transformers. Oh, and Autobot tech spec cards, all author stretch goals. $330. Does that come with the books and the digital tiers, or is that just the digital tiers? $330 is a lot for just some digital tiers, man. I could see $50.
You're
I
not
see
getting $330.
No, yeah, not for digital. And it doesn't specify. It says the Compendiums, Volume 1 and 2, digital PDFs of the Transformers UK Compendiums, Volume 1 and 2, Autobot Tech spec cards, all Autobot stretch goals. So it's a digital PDF plus the stretch goals for $330.
No, I think we're jumping on that one because down here at the Grimlock, $330. It says it's compendium hardcover box set, Autobot edition, comma, digital PDFs of the hardcover box set, comma, Autobot tech spec cards, and all Autobot stretch goals. So I think you're getting the hardcovers with them.
Transformers US compendium, Transformers UK compendium. Dude, this is where I don't like. I don't like Kickstarter, and for multiple reasons. But for one, just trying to understand what the hell I'm looking at here. Yeah, I mean, I do not. Okay, I don't like Kickstarter because for one, all the comic books are like TNA. I'm surprised they don't have 30 or 40 TNA covers. You know, not safe for work, all that, just to get that extra $1 million because they could if they did. But okay. So I'm clicking on these stretch goals, and I don't understand what is it exactly I'm getting. So the backer kit, the retailer only tier, that's for retailers only. Okay, so I'm not a retailer, so I'm out. I don't get that one. $330. Transformers US UK compendiums, volume 1 and 2. This says digital PDFs. Autobot, 10 items included. The compendium 1, UK compendium 2, the Transformers US digital compendium, digital. Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, so it does. That's good because for $330, there's no way in hell I would do that for digital, but I could see them doing it.
No shit.
I could totally see them doing it. And then we got like a whole bunch of extra add-ons and stuff. Luniverse says, when it comes to 80s cartoon franchises, for me, it's Ninja Turtles, 100%. 2, G.I. Joe. I do dig the G.I. Joe cartoon, but I think there are other ones I do. Transformers, Thundercats. Don't know anything about Thundercats.
That's so sad.
Yeah, Thundercats was cool, and I'd probably put them, honestly, above G.I. Joe. Maybe even Transformers.
Just because I like,
He-Man is probably
hybrid, anthropomorphic type characters. Those were my jam.
Yeah, and He-Man was actually really entertaining too. It's silly, it's like goofy, but even that I might put over Thundercats. I'd probably put He-Man over Thundercats. I don't know, maybe G.I. Joe. Transformers is up there. Transformers is clearly better, actually, thinking about it. When it comes to like the 80s stuff, Ninja Turtles, definitely 100% all the way, number 1. So G.I. Joe, it's going to be like a toss-up.
When it comes to Transformers, the first series
Transformers cartoon is pretty good.
The first series was from Marvel Comics in 1984 to 1991. 80 issues.
Yeah.
And then it was followed by a second volume titled Transformers Generation 2, which only had 12 issues. So I'm guessing that's all of them combined into this.
And the UK versions.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, comic books are different from the cartoons. When it comes to the... Dude, oh my God. Today is not my day. My mic is like moving on me. And it's like knocking my keyboard off the... All right.
There are 332 issues of the Transformers UK. Good God.
Yeah, dude, but the artwork in these comics is freaking amazing. Hey, what's up, Stanley?
What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing tonight?
Not bad. Let me ask you a question. When it comes to the 80s cartoon, the franchises, Saturday morning lineup, what's your roster? Number 1, number 5, all that. Because our Luniverse has got it. Ninja Turtles number 1, I agree.
Okay.
Then they got G.I. Joe number 2, Transformers number 3, and Thundercats number 4. And then I would add He-Man to that list, and I'd probably put it above Thundercats, and I'd probably put Transformers above G.I. Joe. And there's also like Pirates of Dark Water, which is pretty good.
So I would have Transformers number 2 probably on that list. But there's some other ones like what was it, that Tick cartoon?
That's
the
90s.
Tick.
Highly
that's
underrated.
Well, yeah, the Tick cartoon was awesome. That's 90s. Now, if I was going to add 90s, X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman would be number 1. It beats X-Men and Spider-Man. It'd be like Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man.
This is just 80s then.
Yeah, because Ninja Turtles is 80s. It's late 80s, but it counts.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of count that as more of like a 90s franchise, but it was in the 80s. So
I mean, it could because it was right at the end and it bled into the 90s. So if that was the case, Ninja Turtles would beat Batman, and then it would be Batman, X-Men, and all that.
yeah, see, I like that. So it did exist in the 80s, so that counts. Definitely number 1. It kind of set the bar. Transformers number 2. I would probably put He-Man third on that list, and I wasn't even the biggest fan. I just see it as being like the more popular.
I liked it more than G.I. Joe.
Oh, I did like G.I. Joe. So G.I. Joe, He-Man, probably. I could see G.I. Joe actually being third.
I like the G.I. Joe comic book more. But the cartoon, I think He-Man was better. But that's just me. I have vague memories of watching all that in the 80s. So once the Ninja Turtles hit the scene, it was like all over, dude. Nothing else mattered.
I can't help but think there were some hidden gems in there that are just not getting their due credit.
Well, yeah, there's a lot, but I'm thinking like the top ones. There was like Pirates of Dark Water. What are some other?
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Puff the Magic Dragon. What was Eureka's?
Dude, I know it's a weird thing to say, but there were some girl franchises in there too that are probably, like nobody wants to mention them, like Puff the Magic Dragon. Jake, I give you credit on that. Like you mention them because it's like dude and all, but come on.
No, if we're going to talk girl shows, that was all early 2000s for me, like Kim Possible, Powerpuff Girls. What else was there? There was Totally Spies. There was Sailor Moon, anime shout out. Hamtaro.
Sailor Moon, I could see that, yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, the girl shows didn't really come in until the early 2000s, at least to my knowledge. I know there was Daria, but that wasn't for little kids. That was for that MTV crowd.
Am I the one getting booted out, or is that like it's got to be me, right?
I have no idea. I'm just.
God, that's frustrating. My
I see you
computer is
glitching now, but I haven't been paying attention enough to see me or Stanley.
Well, if y'all are still having conversations, it's definitely me.
Yeah, I didn't see anything weird at all.
Well, I missed what y'all were talking about, but so we're talking. We're bringing it back to the Transformers here. We've got. Oh wait, Luniverse says there was Care Bears, My Little Pony before 2000s, yeah, and Barbie 2. I don't remember Barbie ever being that big of a deal back then, but
only in dolls. I don't remember the cartoon.
There were also a lot of 70s or 80s cartoons like I don't know if they were made for TV, like The Hobbit. Where did that air? Was that in the theaters, or how did The Hobbit even come about? Was that a made for TV special? Because that was a great cartoon, but
there was that rotoscoped Lord of the Rings that was animated.
Yeah, none of that shit ever hit theaters, as far as I know. Where did that come from?
It probably got like one of those minor theatrical releases. There was a different day back then. Everything was in the theater, but it might have been like a regional release. Like how In God's Hands, we went and saw that in the theater, and that was just a surf flick. It was a regional. Release.
Yeah. All right.
Then, people went to see a lot of movies, so they were cycling them through a lot faster.
So we're looking at this compendium here, and we've got $330 is like, I guess, the standard tier where you're going to get the digitals, you're going to get the physicals. That's a lot of money, but to be honest, looking at it, that's like 4 omnibuses plus all the digital stuff and stretch goals.
Yeah,
that's actually a pretty good price for something like that. the X-Men Omnibus, the Jim Lee X-Men Omnibus, that thing is over $100. The Wolverine Omnibuses, those are like $80 to $100 each, and those look half the size of these. They only have like 40 books in each one. But anyway, so we got this 330 tier and a bunch of extras. Let's say you want just the Grimlock, Transformers, all are one, Compendium hardcover box set, Autobot edition, digital PDFs, hardcore box set, Autobot tech spec cards. Okay, so you get the, I don't know what the Till All Are One, is that like a curated like issues? I don't know. $330. Again, this is like all weird, but they do have a lot of cool stretch goals or like add-ons, like pins. Can y'all see what I'm looking at right here? They got like pins, lenticular prints, prismatic die-cut stickers.
Any of those able to go onto the bed of a truck?
Yeah, probably all of them. Dude, that's how you get up in the millions if you manage to like put all this shit together on a camera.
Right.
Look at all these add-ons.
Is that what is it? Bandai Namco or Mattel that does Transformers?
Okay. Well, that brings me to the next thing I'm going to look at here, because go check out this compendium if you're interested in the comic books. Go check out this compendium thing here over on Kickstarter. It actually looks pretty cool. The comics look awesome. I've read some of them. They're like the comics are badass.
Yeah, I mean, even the Transformers comics, they were originally intended to only be a 4-issue miniseries, but it did so well, it ran for 80, which is nuts.
And that was after these old that was after the cartoon hit, right? I mean, that hit like after.
Well, they coincided, like right as soon as the comics came out, then the TV series came out, so they both started in 1984.
Luniverse says, "Oh, there was such a thing as movies not being in theaters, but aired on television or went straight to DVD." Yeah, and then
DVD was VHS.
Well, yeah, I think Luniverse has got to be like in their 30s, roughly. That's like right about 10 years afterwards. But cartoons I grew up with, they're Cartoon Network. Most of them had movies, but they were just aired on TV only. Some was SpongeBob.
Saying it's
Glitch
supposed
out
to be
again?
like 2004. Yeah, it looks like he
Good.
froze out on us. There he is.
All right. It's a mini human. Hey, Fanta, what's going on? Nice to see you here. Thanks for jumping in.
Hey.
And then first SpongeBob movie in 2004, hands down the best one. That's the one that had what's his name? The Baywatch. Hasselhoff. That's when it had Hasselhoff, right? The Hazelhoff.
I want to do a movie just so that I can have him in it.
I don't think you'd be getting the same Hasselhoff.
I don't care. I'd be fine. Hasselhoff and those two guys who do South Park and Weird Al are like the people I want.
All right. Here we go.
With.
I was looking. Oh no, hold on. This is the one. So the original Transformers were from Hasbro.
Hasbro, okay.
Yeah, I was looking up this like
There
I don't
we
know, so
go.
15 cool looking things. 15 cool facts about Transformers. Number 15, Generation 1 continued in a separate anime continuity. I don't know if you knew about that. For fans of the original 1980s cartoon, the Transformers Adventures of the Autobots and Decepticons ended with the abrupt fourth season. This wasn't the case in Japan, where the truncated season got replaced by an entirely new series titled Transformers: The Headmasters. That's interesting. I wonder what I mean, you can see right here, this image looks kind of like different. You know what I mean?
It looks a lot
More anime.
Yeah, it looked like a lot more high quality than the animation in the show. Not to say that this is what you were going to get in the actual anime, but
Yeah, right.
it makes me curious. I wouldn't mind checking that out.
What is the ad on the bottom right of the screen? Last time it was Vagisil. I just stopped looking at them.
Yeah, it was something like that. You've skipped through a couple of ads now.
The-
But the first one was like, I don't know, like UTI infection medication or something.
well, it's because that's what I'm always searching up, UTI medication.
Oh, we know.
Oh, there's an anime of Transformers?
Yeah, that's what he was just saying. Is like of the first season.
Yeah, well, those after the first 4 seasons, they kept going
Oh,
to
look
Japan.
how clean that shot is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty.
Yeah, I'd watch that. I watched the hell out of that.
Yep. Yeah, that makes me curious. Like, I want to kind of look that up, see what that
And,
was all about.
See, dude, this is back when comic book art. I think this is part of that compendium. This is back when comic book art actually was badass. Like that looks freaking cool. What do they got to say about about this? The G1 cartoon and comic book were much different. Well, yeah. Like fellow Hasbro franchise G.I. Joe, Transformers had a Marvel comic book that was released alongside the cartoon. In both cases, however, these comics existed in a separate continuity from the Sunbow cartoons. This affected how certain characters were portrayed. Grimlock and the Dinobots were notably more intelligent than in the cartoon. Likewise, Ravage and the other primitives, Beast Mode Transformers, could spell, whereas their cartoon counterparts growled. Different Autobots and Decepticons received more focus and logical deception. Shockwave became a much bigger threat in the Marvel books. Yeah, Shockwave. Didn't Shockwave like kill most of them or something at one point?
So Generation 1 is from Dreamwave and not Marvel?
Yeah. And yes, Luniverse, I have seen it and I have clips I'm going to pull up here in a bit of that particular.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should I pull them up now?
Might as well pull them up. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Band-Aid.
Right here. Let's do it.
I got to put on some glasses for this.
Yeah, let me
You might not want
I'm
to.
not even gonna make it. I'm not even gonna like do it all full screen. Here we go. The audio, by the way, is very low, and there's nothing I can do about it because I tried to find the original clips. YouTube scrubbed them all. They're not on. I couldn't find them on YouTube. So I found people are recording their television screen, and so the audio sucks. But you'll get the gist. Well, I don't know if this is one you're talking about, Luniverse, but this is definitely one that goes on that list. Check it out.
I know I'm safe when
Can y'all hear it?
Friends or other non-binary people.
Oh, God.
People who aren't female or male. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed.
I always knew my pronouns felt right, but what a wonderful world.
Is this Transformers 1?
That's yeah, right. That's Transformers, the new CGI for kids. A few years ago, they put this crap out there when the whole trans thing was like in flaming fashion. Check it out.
No wonder it didn't do well.
Morgan, can you switch?
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
Oh, my God.
It just doesn't fit who I am. My apologies. Please switch their beefs.
Damn straight, Optimus. Get it right. Optimus Prime. Fucking Prime bigot.
Really Decepticons when you need them.
Yeah, right? No, I don't know. They might actually be worse. Starscream.
I like your pins. I am Nightshade. My pronouns are they, them.
My pronouns. That's a lot of pronoun talk for fucking an episode. This might be 2 episodes, but still.
Huh. They got to drill it in like they did with the Blues Clues gay parade.
Yeah, dude. They just kind of like tuck it in there. Those are the clips that I have right off the bat. It's one from Flash Gets. It's a parody. Oh, dude, this wasn't even a parody that I just showed. That was straight up from one of those new cartoons that is, I think, partially one of the results of the Transformers franchise kind of failing before whoever bought the new one and started making that new comic. That's pretty good.
Mm.
But anyways, the original Transformers toys. This one's really interesting, by the way. The original Transformers toys were taken from 2 preceding toy lines. Considering that they used to base these cartoons off the toys they were going to sell, I thought it's kind of interesting that they took some Japanese franchise and then took that toy line, put a couple stickers on it, and then made a whole new cartoon out of it. So it says one of the biggest selling points to the Transformers franchise is definitely the toys. But an interesting fact about the Transformers that these weren't original figures. The classic line from Hasbro and Takara took figures from 2 different Japanese toy lines, Diaclone and Microman. Namely, the Micro Change line
from the Micro Change line from the Microman. The other one was a source for many of
the Battle Convoy figure was resold as Convoy Optimus Prime, while the Powered Convoy toy was later repainted as the Autobot Magnus. Check that out. Diaclone. Oh, let me make this bigger. Dude. Diaclone.
Did they have a comic book? Now I got to look that up.
I think there is.
Is that what this is?
That's what this is from the toy. I think this is from the toy case or whatever. The box. But I'm sure they had something. They had a TV show or cartoon or something to go with this toy line, I imagine.
It looks like they had a comic book, yeah.
They did not learn from the parody that came several years ago. They actually learned from the wrong there are so many wrong lessons that have been learned, but look what's going on in the world right now. I mean, I think people who were just passive are finally just being like, nah, screw this shit, dude. You know,
America did the same thing with Power Rangers when it came to Sentai. So what do you expect?
I mean, that's true. I'm not baffled by it, but I'm like, it's really interesting because I didn't know they were actually taken from another toy franchise, and I want to say I had pictures of it. That's the countdown. Where's it at? I thought I had a picture, dude, of. This was probably the Diaclone thing. Anyway, so here's an image of the actual Diaclone. Okay, this is the toy in question, but this is after they put the Transformer stickers on it. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. I thought. What do you think?
That's interesting that it's good. I didn't know. I didn't realize that was a combined 2 toys.
Cybertron was supposed to be the sequel to Energon. Oh, Cybertron wasn't supposed to be be a sequel to Energon. I don't know anything about that. In the early 2000s, the Unicron trilogy anime mostly defined the franchise. These were Transformers Armada, Transformers Energon, and Transformers Cybertron. Ironically, these 3 shows weren't meant to all be connected to each other. When the Transformers Galaxy Force, the Japanese version, was created, it was going to be an entirely original series with no ties to previous continuity. This is why the story and characters are incongruous with the events preceding.
I just always thought that was good storytelling. I thought they were just letting the viewer fill in the
contrived
holes.
Ways. All right, I'm gonna have to let y'all talk more because I keep going out, dude. Can you hear me now?
Are you going out or coming out? Are you
going out, coming out? My computer is running slow, and I got to fix some shit. And I tried to do it before the show today, but because it was giving me trouble yesterday when I was trying to get this show prepared, and I couldn't prepare it yesterday because my computer. Anyways, the future of Beast Wars had a dark fate for humanity. There you go.
Okay.
Beast Wars. Some of the secondary antagonists in the Beast Wars Transformers series were the alien Vok. The writers envisioned these characters as a new form of the Swarm from the Transformers Generation 2 comic books. These included a dark variant on actions the Swarm took in that book. The Swarm destroyed a large swath of human race in the comics. Beast Wars writer Larry I'm not going to say it, DiTilio extrapolated this as the aliens destroying all of humanity eons before. As it turns out, the Vok's actions against the Transformers were actually to atone for these sins. These machinations make up one of the most obscure Transformers facts. That is a pretty obscure fact. Did you know that, Jake?
I did not. A Beast Wars toy combiner was in the cartoon. No, I had no idea.
Beast Wars toy combiner. Several toys in the Beast Wars toy line never appeared in the mainframe Beast Wars cartoon.
Fair.
This was due to the cost of CGI for all the characters. However, one Predacon trio made an unlikely cameo in the show. In season 2 of Beast Wars, a scene of Cybertron showcases the Tripodactys Council. These three Predacons were the characters who became the combiner Tripodactys in the toy line. However, the ceremonial armor makes them look much different from the toys, and they never individually named.
They never really tried with these names of the groups of these machines, did they? Predacons? I bet there's Conicons. I swear.
What were the construction crew? What were they called? I forget.
The
Constructicons?
I think
I
something
know
like that. The Constructicons.
I swear.
Jinrai isn't the same character as Optimus Prime.
I never even heard of Jinrai.
Yeah, which one
There's
are we looking
a lot
at
of
there?
anime like Transformer stuff here.
Holy shit.
Beast Machines got a sequel. Almost got a sequel.
That's a sick design.
Beast Wars Transformers was eventually beloved by fans,
Mhm.
but that wasn't the case for its sequel. Beast Machines was highly contentious throughout its run for its cartoon and less than accurate toy line. Despite this, Hasbro planned to continue the Beast era with a new entry titled Trans-Tech. This would have combined several classic characters with a radical new aesthetic that built upon the events of Beast Machines. However, due to that line's failure, Hasbro and Takara planned a more traditional revamp of the series that became the Armada. Beforehand, Car Robots was localized as Transformers, robots in disguise, filling the void left by the unnamed Trans-Tech.
I gotta get in these Transformer animes, man. Those things look gnarly.
We should do a
and
watch
sound
party
awesome.
on that.
On the Trans-Tech stuff?
Yeah.
The anime ones.
Yeah, that would be
Lunaverse,
kind of
dude,
cool.
This is Hasbro doing this.
Indie-
It's not indie.
Is this indie or by the owners of the rights of the Transformers? I guess it's over owners of the rights of the Transformers. I don't know
Yeah,
how you
it's
get away
Hasbro.
with that unless you're the owners of it, right?
Yeah. Oh, I sent you 3 Transformer videos that we should watch throughout the course.
All right, hold on. Let's check it out.
Let's start with the first one though.
RC, Megatron's getting away.
Don't worry, Optimus. I'll stop him.
Is that a vibrator?
Oh, what the fuck, Megatron? You can't hit a girl.
What? Why not? She was shooting me.
That wasn't a very feminist thing to do, Megatron.
It's 2016, Megatron. Don't you read the internet? Decepticons, retreat! I'm very frustrated and confused. Oh my! How have I been so blind?
That's actually.
Gentlemen, I've been doing a great.
This is actually better than the most modern Transformers
Right?
cartoons and shit that I've seen.
That's awesome.
Deal
dude.
research, and I've decided the Decepticons need to become more politically correct.
Oh
I'm
no.
open now. Megatrans. I've also decided that you're all problematic. You're problematic, you're problematic, and you're really problematic. Goodbye, boys.
Wow, that's a cracking pair of tits, Megatron.
Starscream, you've objectified me for the last time.
Now, please, spare me, Lord Megatron. I can be PC too.
Megatron was my slave name. I am Offendertron, leader of the Offendicons. Prime, come out and face me, unless you're afraid to be beaten by a woman.
Wait, he's objectifying himself at this point.
That's the whole bit, dude. Women do that. They bitch about it, then they objectify themselves.
Those
Yeah, you're right.
mouth-watering breasts aren't fooling anyone, Megatron. I'm still gonna shoot you. You should check your privilege, Prime, before one of my new warriors takes it for you. Behold! Curvebot!
I'm sexy.
Safe space! I'm Blackbot!
Yeah, I'm just a black guy. I don't really want to be here.
Yes, you do! You're a minority! Stop acting like it!
Jesus Christ, bro! What? Like what? I thought we were starting. We're starting, right? We're starting. Yo, fuck you guys! This is bullshit. I could have stayed home today. Gee, fellas, I don't want to be on the wrong side of history here.
Yeah, Grimlock don't want to be that person. Oh, what? Everyone wants to be a Decepticon now? Come on, guys. It's just Megatron with tits.
Wow. Really, Optimus? Okay.
No, that's not what I meant. He's a George, break his legs!
Saw his face. That's
At last, we are free from oppression.
Great job using your girthy ass to crush Prime's head, Curvebot.
Fuck you, Offendertron, you skinny whore. I'm sexy.
Don't slut shame me. It was a compliment.
hey, leave her alone, you.
Grimlock can.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
All right, the other two are just reaction shots for that one.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty good.
That was great.
All right. There was one other one that was Optimus Prime's spirit possessed by a fellow Autobot. Marvel's Optimus Prime died in a most ridiculous way. Spider-Man helped the Autobots. Shockwave created triple changers. That's interesting. Here's one I did not know. The GoBots eventually became Transformers. Did y'all know that?
Oh,
This was 2019, so this would have been a little after my time.
I mean, eventually, you see, all the franchises get bought up, and then they eventually get merged because everybody always said GoBots, Transformers, yada yada.
So what? The Transformers just needed somebody to serve them drinks poolside or something?
Yeah, pretty much. And they needed Where's he at? They needed this guy. So Brain Crane. Brain Crane was a GoBot. Originally, he kind of had an unfortunate design there.
Did he? I like the fact that it even grows.
He was not circumcised.
Yeah, he's got a little hook on the end there.
That's to keep him in place.
So apparently he was a GoBot, but now that they're Transformers, he's a Transformer. So he is a Transformer, Brain Crane. And then there was this unfortunate names. This one's kind of funny.
Here's 3 unfortunate and worst names in Transformers series. 1. Drill Nuts is a Maximal in the Beast Wars series who transform into a mechanical mole and known for his tunneling expertise ability. His name, though fitting for a character with drill-like abilities, has an unintentionally humorous and awkward connotation, especially with Nuts being part of it. This makes it one of the more unfortunate and laughable names in the Transformers franchise. 2. Breast Force, a Decepticon combiner group from the Transformers Victory series.
Now, I don't think Breast Force is that big a deal. It's up there with Beast Wars and all that, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
They look like Pokemon.
The name refers to their animal breastplates that transform into weapons. However, Breast Force sounds unintentionally ridiculous and inappropriate in English, as it evokes unintended imagery and humor. And 3. Erector is a Micromaster Autobot who transforms into a crane truck. While his name fits his function as a construction vehicle, it carries an unintended double meaning, making it awkward and unintentionally humorous in certain contexts. This name often stands out as one of the more unfortunate choices in Transformers history. Here's 3 unfortunate and worst names in Transformers series.
Yeah, Erector. This guy should have been called Erector.
You know, they had to have Breast Force in there because the other ones were Drill Nuts and Erector. They didn't want to go too masculine with it.
Yeah, it's a boys franchise.
What'd you expect? They have to infiltrate everything.
There needs to be some parity.
The man has become the woe man.
So who's your favorite Transformer? Is it Drill Nuts?
Drill Nuts now.
The Breast Force? Or no, I still think Brain Crane over here. Or Crane Brain. I don't know what Brain Crane
is. That its actual name, Brain Crane?
Yeah. Yeah, Brain Crane. Originally.
God, and that is like... That is all actual, like they're not even.
Now there's like a thing, people. There is like kind of a meme, and it's not that crazy. This one on the left, the crane is like a little, like a tiny bit above. Right here, they lowered it a little bit. You know what I mean? Not that it's like a huge stretch of the imagination, but anyways, the toy, it's kind of like in his waist. But the fact that you can make it go up and down and elongate it and everything else is like, apparently some parents weren't very happy about this.
Shocking.
Yeah. Hey, dude, check this out. This reminds me so much. So it just reminds me of like this thing that I saw. Look up John Dillermand.
John Dillermand.
If we're going to go that direction with comics and cartoons, we can't have this conversation without John Dillermand.
What am I looking up here?
Oh no.
This is an actual Denmark cartoon, and I believe it's
still
going on today. Yeah, it's the Where's Waldo guy. That's a real cartoon.
All right, here's
Goddag, det er John Dillermand.
I'm pulling it around here.
Fucking Wario looking Where's Waldo guy.
All right, sorry. Okay, here we go.
John Dillermand, han er verdens længste dillermand. Der er næsten ikke noget, han ikke kan med det. Han kan smile lidt rundt, han kan blive lidt flov. Han kan redde hele verden, hvis han bare fik lov. John Dillermand, John Dillermand, Dealerman, John Dealerman. John Dealerman, John Dealerman, John Dealerman.
This looks like something that would be on
Robot Chicken.
Yeah, like Robot Chicken late night Cartoon Network or something.
Nope, that is a real children's cartoon in whatever, some other country, Danish. And that's his penis.
That's a hell of a show.
We need a good frame.
So
comes on right after Pee-wee's Playhouse.
You know what? That reminds me of that Barbarian cartoon comic that's out over by Hyper Wizard. What's that one called? Carnal the Barbarian. We looked at that, and I'm pretty sure that it's his dick. The Barbarian.
Didn't think your live stream was going to go this direction tonight, did you, Peter?
Dude,
or did you?
It goes like this every time. I expected it to go this way. Hold on. Here we go. And this is a good thing because we need something to talk about. Oh, come on. Is that the best? Come on. Here, let me pull this over then. If this is how this is going to be.
No, yeah, Luniverse is not. That's a kid's cartoon.
There's no way that's a kid's cartoon.
It is, dude. Look it up. It's a Danish children's cartoon.
No wonder the Danish are all screwed up.
They're trying to be like, and this is something they've been doing for years now. It's nothing new. They just view, like, because there's no sexual connotation to it, they view it as like it's a natural part of the human body, so we can use it as a part of our children's cartoon. They don't mind like dick and fart jokes. You know, they're not as alienated as we do here.
All right, so we got Carnal the Barbarian, #1, first entry. It's in demand right now. Go help out Hyper Wizard. The artwork looks pretty badass. But I'm pretty sure this character's superpower is his dick. And I'm not seeing the artwork here that suggests that, because like this image right here does not show it.
I mean, it kind of refers to it a little bit.
Yeah, but the artwork I've seen, it's like there's like the dick is like coming around. I think this is his dick right here. I'll show it. This picture I just looked at, that doesn't show it. And it's possible it's just because it's on Indiegogo and he can't really show anything. But some of the artwork I saw,
I like how they got that bone just like precariously placed there.
Right. And it actually looks like a really fun comic book, man. This looks like a really funny comic book.
What's this called?
This is that Carnival Barbarian by Hyper Wizard.
Oh, okay. Oh, this got Earthworm Jim vibes.
Dude, okay,
Yeah,
he's done a lot of cool stuff. He did those little cartoons they used to be at the beginning of the Jack Show, where it shows he would take the clips or the audio clips of like John Malin talking about how he wanted to date this girl that was like Down syndrome or something in high school because she was really hot. You remember those clips?
God.
This guy's the one that animated those. He's a really good colorist. He's a great artist. This book looks pretty cool, man. And, and it looks like it's all blurred out.
For good reason.
Yeah, you're gonna get some stuff
deservedly so.
Anyway, so yeah, Carnal the Barbarian. Go check that out.
I'm looking that up right now. That's pretty cool stuff.
Where's the oh, come on, where's that Kickstarter? Did I close it? I had the Kickstarter. Oh, here it is. Kickstarter Transformers.
I mean, if you're going to pay $330, you might as well go an extra $300 and buy the big bundles for $660.
Yeah, get all the stuff.
What you got to, yeah, but then here's what I would do. If I was gonna spend $660, I would just spend $660 on two of those other ones, and then sell one of them for slightly more than I paid for it, because that is actually a great way to do crowdfunding. If you're a backer and you actually have a little bit of cash, get two. You're helping the crowdfund, and you can sell one of them, because a lot of these do sell pretty easily, especially something like this. In a year or two, this thing's going to go for $1,000.
Yeah. And if you get the $900 bundle, then you're really going to be in some money.
Yeah, and get the $900 bundle and then go get it signed by
a
whoever's still
$900
alive.
bundle?
Yeah, there's a tier on here for $990.
$990, dude, and it's probably comes with
does like one of the artists come with the purchase?
right? No, but if you go to one of these conventions and get it signed by some of those artists, dude, you're looking at like a $20,000-$30,000 in my imagination, in my estimation, or whatever.
Coin.
Yeah, you could take that somewhere at an auction. $990 right here.
Oh, 900? Yeah, 900.
$990.
Oh, shit.
Oh, 900, and then down here it says $990.
Mm-hmm. I knew it.
What do you get? You get the Compendium 1, you get the Compendium 2, there's cards, digitals. You get the Compendium 1 and 2. You get the UK, the US and the UK Compendium 1 and 2.
90,000 Skybound Insider points. What?
What is that?
Hold on now.
What are Skybound Insider points?
Let's check it out. Skybound Insider points.
Oh, they have a couple of tiers that aren't available anymore.
Oh, they're part of a
Signed
loyalty
booklet
program that rewards you for engaging with Skybound. You can earn points by participating in various activities such as watching videos, reading articles, yada, yada, yada. But what are they for?
Yeah, what do you get? What can you spend that on? Like, what's the value of 90,000 of them? Is that like,
can you cut back on the
like
shipping?
90,000 yen or is it 90,000 US?
Or is it just 90,000 like badass points? Like you're just a badass times 90,000.
Let's see.
Starscream signed book plate. Who's it signed by?
By Starscream.
And Bob Budinsky and Simon Furman limited edition signed book plate. Huh. Okay. $600 tier, $600 tier. Dude, there's so much in this campaign. I have no idea what is what, but
it is a lot.
That's a lot, dude. 900 Unicron plus signed book plates. Like UK and what's the difference between the UK and the American ones? Is it like the same books? Damn, it's a lot.
No, they're in a different language. They're in that UK English.
Well, whatever it is, that's how you make $625,150.
I wonder if all of that, those extra stuff, the enamel pins and stuff, that's not like Hasbro making those, right?
No, it's the creators, probably on like Print Ninja or something. Like you can get all that stuff made. You just go get them made.
Hasbro still has the rights to their merch stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't say. I didn't see right off the bat. I'm sure if I dug deep, I could probably find out what is going on with this whole campaign, how it got to be created. But it's Kickstarter, and Kickstarter is like retarded, so I don't want to dig too deep. In fact, if they were on Indiegogo, I would go deep because I would like look it all up.
Yeah, it looks like that's it's owned by Hasbro, but they have a shared relationship with their ownership group to where they represent each other in different markets. So Hasbro's in the US, Takara is in Japan.
And either one of them probably could have made it because I've seen a lot of these companies put out stuff on Indiegogo. There was or Kickstarter. There, Todd McFarlane tried. Was it Todd McFarlane who? He did those toys, those Spawn toys. They're like the ultimate Spawn toys.
Yeah.
We looked at those right on this channel. Like that's Todd McFarlane. He could just make them and sell them, but he crowdfunded it.
Yeah, that's different though. You know, it's like it's different when it's Todd McFarlane and he has his IP that he does his comic book and he does his merch line and stuff. But you know, these guys, you have Hasbro and Mattel who are doing your, you know, I mean, their whole thing is based on toy line. That's where all their money is. They don't make a dime off the cartoons. They're making all their money off the merch. So it's like, how on earth are they? Well, I'm just curious. It's like, how do they get away with it? What's in their contract that lets them do this for, you know, for future reference?
Licensing agreement.
Yeah, that's what it is. They've got some kind of licensing agreement that allows them to do it. Like maybe they don't have toys. Like if you notice, like in their thing, I bet it's just like enamel pins or something. They don't have actual figurines that might play into it. No, like the characters themselves might be licensed to Hasbro, while the icons and stuff like that they're allowed to do.
There was a I was trying to look it up just now. There's like there was one that wasn't Todd McFarlane, I don't think. It was like this super detailed, hyper articulated dragon action figure that got several $100,000, and it was each figure was like $200, dude. But they were huge, and the wings could spread out, and it's super articulated dragon toy. Look badass. But I don't understand how you fund a dragon toy like that for $400,000. Like, how do you do that? That's crazy.
There's people out there obviously paying for it,
and it might have made more money, but I don't know because I couldn't find it on here. But I think it's been closed for some time. But,
right?
Well, I was hoping that the Sotos would join us. Like last week, they were in the chat and telling us all this fun stuff. But you know, there's a little bit of Transformers for you today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe is more important, and watch this show and every other episode. Go check out Jake's channel, Bionic Bro. Go check out Stanley Orchard over on YouTube as Stanley Orchard. If you like outdoors, beach, having fun, that stuff that's right up your alley, man. That's a great channel. Thanks everybody for watching, and let's see here. How am I going to do this the right way and not get
here? What I'll do, I've got something. This is what we'll do. I've got the best, most enlightening thing.
Now get out! Now get out!